'Cause we'll be on a tablet.
Hi, hello. See you again. Let's continue our lessons. I will share the screen. And then we will continue our last lesson about coding principles. We are using a Google Colab. Don't forget to log into your Colab researchgoogle.com. And then we have learned about the first principles, which is sequence, the order of the statements of the commands in coding, and then conditional, where you have to make decision based on a situation or a condition. And then now today we will learn about the third principle, which is looping. Looping is a statement to repeat a code over and over again. So I'm going to divide it into two videos to make it short and clear. Okay, for the first looping, we can use for. I will show you how to use it, okay? Let's say you want to do certain thing, like if you want to say hello 10 times. So what you have to do is just type this and then let the code repeat this line 10 times. So when you have any statements or any equation, repetitive thing, computer is really good at that. So we will just ask them to repeat it as many as we want, like this. Previously, when we haven't learned about looping, we would have to print hello. You have to type it like 10 times, right? But before, we just put anything you want to do it repeatedly, the code do the repetition for you. How many times? It depends on your needs. You can ask the code to count for several times or display data or probably fetching some sensor data or anything from the data source. Basically, looping is a command to do certain thing repeatedly. So let me show you something else. You can also print numbers. So let's say you can print I instead of a string. Supposedly you want to, like creating generating some data, and then you want to make some equations and you need the index numbers. You can generate it automatically with coding. So just remember, this is how we do it. I'm going to show you how this code works. Here, I is just a variable for counting. So you can change it with anything like XC, number, or anything. But usually we have I to make it simple, and it also stands for iteration. So we usually use for I in range. So here you just put the number of how many times any statements inside the for to be repeated. So it's just that. So for looping is as simple as that. Let's do some other example. Okay, let's say we are going to make a code to accept password. Okay, now let us ask for a username using input. Enter your username and then the password. Input, enter your password, and then we will use the conditional we have learned before. We will check whether the password match or not. Okay, later we will use the looping to make it to give 3 times attempt for the user to be able to enter the correct password. Okay, now let's check. If username, let's say, equals to ProCodeCG and password equals to, let's say, 1, 2, 3. Don't make a password like this. Okay, this is just an example. And then we can print correct username and password. And then we can, if else, we can say that if they're not entering the correct username and password, we can print wrong username and password. Okay, let's try this. Let's say username 123, password 123. It's supposed to be wrong name and password, right? But when we got it correctly, it will say correct username and password. So now we want to give the user 3 attempts to do it. So we can use this for each in running three times. We will ask for username and password and check it, okay? But as long as they don't get it correctly, the loop will keep going. So it will give you like 3 times attempts and then stop. But if you guess the correct username and password, we will just add break. So break is another command to stop you from a looping. So it's like when you have a looping, it's going on. When you want to stop it, just use this comment. Great. So let's try again. Shall we try? Okay, let's try. Enter username, search something else, and then wrong username and password, and it will ask you for the second chance. And let's say I put it wrong input again. It still asks you for the last time, and then I will add wrong password, and then it will stop asking you. Okay, so now you already know how to use the looping, right? But let me add something else. How about we add something here? You still have, like we have learned yesterday, 3 minus I attempt. So we are adding some information here that we are telling the user that they have how many attempts they still have. Remember that we have this iteration, this I. This I will tell you how will count for the looping has been doing. The remaining attempts is 2 minus I. Why not 3? Because in programming, the counter will start from 0, not from 1. So after the first attempt, it will be 2 minus 0, which is we will still have 2 more attempts. Okay, let's try again. Enter username, something different. You still have 2 attempts, and then blah blah blah. ABC. You still have 1 more attempts, and then when you do it correctly, let's say, then it'll give you information that now you have the correct username and password. So you've just already made your own login code in just less than 10 lines. Okay, good. In the next video, I will show you how to do looping with different way. I hope this is clear enough. If you have any questions, you can always leave comments on the video. I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. See you again. Bye-bye.